Hello everyone, welcome back on the day 18th of our 100 days of UX challenge. And today I have also finished one of the chapter, the chapter 16th, and I'll be discussing that today. But before I begin to what I learned in that chapter, I really want to focus and zoom out and see like what we have done till now. So we have actually finished like two section, first two section of all three sections in this particular book, and now we are in the last section, which is how designing for AI product is different than the normal. And in this one we are specifically going to discuss about the research for AI project. Okay, what's research for AI project? So what we are going to do in this particular section is like we are going to see what is the AI inclusive design process, um, and it also shows that there are like pretty primarily like three uh, you know uh, crucial pillars of this whole process. Is first is UI prototyping, where we are going to prototype the UI based on like I mean that's all about like how you create iterations and show it to your stakeholders. Then we also need to understand the AI model and uh, how the data is being gathered in this system. Okay, and also we are going to see this if you are going to use synthetic user in your design process, it could be a bad idea. And there is one method specifically by this author is called RITE method, so we are also going to look at that, but not specifically in this chapter. This is about the whole part 3, and I think we will be covering it in maybe a week or two. So we will be able to finish this book in like maybe a week or a couple of weeks. So yeah, all these things we are going to learn in the next section. So yeah, let's start with the chapter 16 is the case study. So this is basically the case study for Muse app. Okay, what is this Muse app and what is the discipline brainstorming? Okay, so there is a book by Le Boule. Uh, it's called The User Experience Team of One. Okay, this is a pretty good book. I mean, if you get some time, you can just browse it across like what all components are there. But in this particular section, what we are going to learn is like how can we pull off the research for the AI projects. And the next chapter has some design iterations methods, and we are going to see like how can you iterate on different ways in different ways rather than repeating itself. So yeah, let's understand the term called bookending. So this is like very much used by the author in this book, and let's understand what is it. So um, first thing first, when you are quickly brainstorming various design approaches, okay, so it has this one approach which we are going to do, which is called book ending. So first understand this, that taking an idea along a given design direction or theme. So you take one idea and just solve it through one approach as far as it can comfortably go. So see, now here we have to understand as far as it can. Okay, so it can comfortably go, then sketching out your solution at the bookend. Okay, just understand this, that okay, you have to first solve a problem by one of the solutions and see like how far it can go, and then you stop it. Now you stop and pivot. Okay, you see the different direction and then pick a different direction or theme, or repeat. Okay, now you need to take a completely different direction than what you have done earlier. So it helps you think of a given design direction as row of books of a particular category. So now you have like different books, okay, in a shelf. So this idea will be another book which you are tucking in at the last of the row, and your idea would be like a new book fitted at the very end of the row. Okay, so that's why this method is called book ending. Now here we have to understand one thing which is very crucial, which is I think missing also in the text, that once you finish one idea, you have to understand that what should be your next iteration. How can you define this iteration? This book basically is finished. Now the new completely new genre or a completely new way of thinking you have to show in the another approach. So how can you pull that off? So let's see that by example. Okay. um, this is an example author has written. So he is talking about an AI assistant writing app. Okay, now you have to design an AI assistant writing app. So it's more of like a Grammarly. You have seen that. There is also one beautiful tool called Quillbot. It has also like pretty good reframing and everything, but that's the idea. Now you have to think about the approaches. Okay, how can you create this AI assistant for writing? So this is one of the approach here author has done. Is this is a just think this as a word file. In a word file where you are seeing the sticky notes on the on sticky note on the right hand side, it's called Muse Copilot. So that's a side panel kind of an approach. So that's why we have written this side panel Copilot. Okay, here what he has done is so author is writing something, and you can ask in this chatbot which is on the right hand side. And how do you know when you have taken idea as far as it goes? So when you will stop, okay, iterating in this direction, now you know, okay, I have done this on the right hand side, how much details I need to do, how much iteration I can do in the same kind of you know category. So the idea is perfect, not when there is nothing more to add. Okay, the idea is perfect not when there is nothing more to add, but when there is nothing more to take away. Okay, when there is nothing more to take away from this idea, then that's a pretty good idea. Have a graceful exit to a different design direction. Now if you think you are come across that point of time, then you just need to choose a different design direction, like jumping to another shelf of books and start over. So now here you see, if you are thinking that, okay, let me put this chatbot in the center alignment, maybe as a bottom sheet or a right panel or something else. So now you are just maybe a different color of a button. So this all counts as in a single way of thinking. Okay, these are not called like radically different iterations. So you have to just stop there and see and pivot to a new direction. Now let's see the second iteration done by author. Now here, if you have seen the GitHub Copilot, so they are using this comment based AI assistant. So once you write slash and write anything, so it has some prompts. Okay, this is what you can do. Or maybe if you just comment it out that, okay, write an opening for a great American novel. So AI will take that as a prompt input, and so and give you some outputs, some results. So now you have to understand like how AI acts. So for this, it's a kind of a normal way of interaction for humans who are writing this stuff day in day out, right? So for them it's natural way of interacting if you just use slash command. So these coders are actually doing this stuff in a keyboard itself. So for them it's very much convenient for them just to type slash and give some appropriate commands. For them it's their mental model how they use the app. So Yeah, this is one way. So this is the second iteration. So if you see, the first and second are like radically different. This is talking about chatbot, but this is just talking about how can you, integrate the AI into your work field itself. Let's see the third iteration. In the third iteration, uh, a user is actually writing a novel. He stops, and he just blocked at that time. So it's called writer's block sometimes. Okay, when writer is not able to write anything because he's just blank, and he has this fear of, what if I could go wrong in my writing. So at that time, this AI can come automatically and suggest you something, so that you keep writing. You increase your efficiency because you are stuck at that particular point of time. Okay, so that's third iteration. See, now again reflect back. So this is a different way. Okay, it has a different way of thinking. Okay, it was just prompt and using slash within the work area. Here it's also within the work area, but it's not. User is giving some input to AI, but AI is actively seeing that, okay, user is not working right now, it's not efficient right now, so let me just pull in some of the recommendations. So you have to think in these ways. These are the radical ways of thinking. Okay, now let's see the fourth iteration as well. Now, uh, this is more of a chat GPT AI we have seen. So when you start chat GPT, you can see like what you have already searched it. So there are some cards where you have already done some of the searching and everything there. So you can actually continue that particular journey of search from that particular card. So even you start anything, write anything, you get some prompts. So the that also helps with this part, writer's block. When you don't have any idea, you give them something, so you can easily start that part. Now see the next one. This is the Scrivener card management. Scrivener is an app, mostly I think it's for the iOS and Mac OS. It's not for Android. But what it does have is, the suppose you are writing a story. You have different part in a story, right? Like the intro, then you do brainstorm, then you do mind mapping and composing, publish. Last is publishing. Then you have to also link the resources, links and all. So what it does it does is compartmentalize everything in a different bucket. And that also talk, you can make it talk to each other. But yeah, you can actually organize everything in Scrivener. So you can actually take inspiration from that. And here the author has done some iteration that, okay, there is an intro card, where in intro card there are some suggestions written over there. And there is one CTA which is called like improve this. Okay, so you can actually improve that particular text just with a click. Okay, whatever your section is there. And you can see whatever is improved, and basically you get started in this one very easily, because like where you are at that moment. And yeah, this was it. So it shows AI assistant writing app, like how can you iterate in a completely radical ways, different directions. You don't have to repeat your ideas and show that you have done like tens and 20 of iterations, because most of these iteration will be on the same thinking. So you have to pause, and you have to take a different direction every time. So whenever you are iterating, especially in the AI world, the more you explore the AI products, you will see like how radical these apps are, like how differently they have accommodate these interactions with humans, and everything, and also see some of the sci-fi stuff, not just today's but maybe of 2000s, maybe earlier, maybe 2010s. There are, Iron Man, Jarvis, Aliens, Star Wars, steampunk, and this all has like different ways of showing the tech, and different ways of interactions as well. You have to also think about product and UI modalities, like, um, we have seen the usual web and UI world, like, very much. But what if your product was a toy dog, or a kiosk, a wearable device? And we have seen the command line as well. So, you know this is all about it, like how the modalities are there, like how can you integrate the AI suggestions into your output. So yeah, this was about it. This is called bookending. So at the end of every iteration, you think it as a book, and you just stack it on the right hand side at the end of the row. Now you again pick another idea, put it at the end of the row. So that's it for this one. And yeah, we will be seeing the next chapter, which is about AI inclusive user centered design process. So we will be seeing the whole design process, and how you can AI, okay, how you can make it AI inclusive. So that's the goal for the next video. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye.